Welcome back to the Happy Camper, coming to you from the beautiful mountains of southwest Montana. Today we are on site at our sponsor's dealership, Rocky Mountain RV in beautiful Butte, Montana. Rocky Mountain RV does provide all the units that we use for our reviews and our videos, so we do thank them. We ask you if you would please support them anytime that it makes sense for you. Today we're going to take a look at the new 2020 27 QB from XLR Boost. This is a Forest River company, and this is one of the better selling toy haulers on the market. The 27 QB has historically been Boost's best selling floor plan. They do have a couple others that they're out with this year, 21 QBS and a couple other little models that I think will do pretty well for them, but it's hard to beat this very classic, very well equipped floor plan. The 27 QB is in the full Boost lineup. It is not a micro Boost, so you will see it's got the raised roof on it. It's got the larger refrigerator. It's got some upgraded appliances, and we'll go through those step by step. But again, this is a full XLR Boost, not in the micro Boost series, so we're going to see a little bit more equipment in here. And I'm going to give you a little bit of technical data on this unit before we get too carried away here. This unit does weigh in at 6,328 pounds. That was this unit as it was scaled coming off the assembly line with options. It does carry 100 gallons of fresh water, 38 gallons on the gray and the black. So we've got really good capacities to be able to go out and spend some time in the backwoods. That is what this unit is completely designed for. The unit is... it runs a power bed system here in the back, and so the bottoms here will roll and tumble together to make a full queen bed, or of course that does double as your 6-pack dinette. We have a table here that comes with it in the center. There is also a queen bunk up overhead here. Try to get a shot of that a little bit better. And that bed will pin up against the ceiling so it's up out of your way if you don't want it down there, if you don't have company sleeping in it. A very good system, and it is a big difference between this and the Micro Boost. The Micro Boost just simply has some roll and tumble fold-up sofas that go against the walls with a table that goes between. This is the full power system that has the chain drive that runs it up against the ceiling. This unit will fit most of the larger side-by-side units, the UTVs that are on the market. It has a good length here. The width, we do not have fender wells, and that's a big thing with Boost. You can see here up along that door side wall, there is no fender well. So we've got the full width over to that wall. We can bring units all the way up to the fireplace there, and you do see that we have center floor tie-downs. And then, of course, we're going to be full width to the front of the beds here, and then we're going to step in for our cabinets. But again, unless you have some long travel, huge machine, it should fit relatively well in this unit. You will have to check specs. I'm not going to guarantee any unit will fit, any UTV will fit in any trailer because that market changes so quickly. I'm just not going to guarantee anything. So once again, just kind of looking at this is a great weekend campers unit. Somebody that's got the UTV, got some dirt bikes. Quite honestly, I've seen people use these with canoes or kayaks, skiing, dirt biking, motocross, anything that you need space, completely universal space in the back of this unit. This makes a great option. You will see towards the back here, this one was optional with the patio deck. I'll show you a little bit more about that as we get outside. It does have a rear screen wall that does fold down. I didn't run that down just because I did want to be able to show this all the way from the inside out, but your rear screen wall there will have some screen windows and then make a nice rear, soft wall back there so you can get some ventilation without having to deal with the pesky mosquitoes and whatnot that we get here in the Montana backcountry. So, again, we'll look, starting at the back here of the unit on the door side, the power bed system. We do have LED lighting throughout the trailer here, which I'm featuring there. We also have USB charge ports, and you'll see that they do try to put those in every bedding area so you can charge phones and that type of thing while you've got that. So it's nice to be able to run your 12-volt USB chargers on your phones and all that type of stuff without having to have your 110-volt electricity working. That'll work straight off your battery system. As we go around the back of the trailer, like I said, we do have a window over here. I've got all the blinds pulled today because it's extremely sunny out, and I'll show you how beautiful a day we have outside today. But I do have all the blinds pulled. We do have a window here at the back of the dinette, and that is Of course, has a cover on it. We do also have cross-ram ventilation. These little vents are made to open up as you go down the road, and that'll ventilate out the compartment in here if we do get any, you know, rubber smells or fuel or oil smells, that kind of thing out of machines. That is made to ventilate that, and you can leave those open while you're traveling. There's one here, and there's one on the other side of the unit, and it's going to be down behind this sofa over here. It is a little hard to see at the moment, but there is a second one there. As we come up the off-door side, you'll see the kitchen. And the kitchen's going to be kind of your basic toy hauler kitchen. It's well done. It looks good. They have a nice light gray wood. We have a nice light gray flooring in this as well. Fairly light walls. Toy haulers can be a bit dark inside. They just don't have the ability to put giant windows in them. So they're trying to lighten up these interiors a little bit so it's not so dark inside when you come in. Of course, overhead cabinetry, there's going to be double doors up there with one over the microwave. They do run this nice big high-rise faucet. It's the spring style. It's a, you know, more of a restaurant style faucet, I guess, for like a big sink. But we are also running the big single bowl stainless steel sink with the large drain, and then they have this little roll-up drying rack here. It's kind of a neat feature, and that gives you a little extra countertop space. This particular unit is running the Greystone appliances. These are very similar to the Furrion stuff that I've shown in the past. You got the window in the door, which is really nice. Light inside the oven, light on the face. We do have the glass cover up on top, so that'll flush off the countertop to create additional counter space there as well. We do have the Greystone range hood as well as the microwave up above. Moving up here towards the front of the main room on the off-door side, you can see the Norcold, and that's going to be an 8 cubic foot refrigerator, and that is, of course, freezer on top, fridge on the bottom. Very simple system here. It is a single button control, just on-off. It does all of its own thing. It selects its fuel, and it selects its temperature all on its own. That is a really nice, easy-to-use little refrigerator. Right up on the front wall here, you can see this unit did have the TV optioned out of the factory, as well as the entertainment center here, and of course the main panel for control. Right below that, we've shown it a couple times here, we do have the little electric fireplace. That one is from Furrion, and that does produce electric heat as well as some nice effect in here. It gives it a really good look. On the door side, of course, we have the door, which signifies the door side. Up overhead here, got some cabinets, just extra storage. This is going to be the largest bay window in the unit that is right here on the door side. I like to have that window there on the door side. As I've mentioned before, your campsite is generally speaking going to be straight out your door, so that's where you like to have the best view. You also have, of course, this one was optional with the additional Euro recliner. Has the XLR logo stitched in the top. Very, very nice look. Our friend at XLR, Rob McCartney, did a really nice job when he was getting this product together and just giving it a new look for this year. Again, they've had the 27 QB floor plan out for quite some time, and but they have made it look a whole lot better this year. They've really dressed it up and done a nice job with it. It's been a great selling trailer for XLR. This unit is pre-wired for solar panels. The Go Power system they have on here, that's going to be pre-wired up to the roof. They have this little sticker here so you can simply and easily install their charge controller, and the wiring will be right in the wall behind it there. You can see your dealer for more information on that. That is a nice feature as well. I'm going to walk up into the bedroom to start with here, and as you can see, the 27QB, the QB in the model number signifies a queen bed, and this one happens to be a queen walk-around bed, which makes this all the better for toy hauler. It's sometimes pretty hard to get a toy hauler in this size with a queen island walk-around bed like this. XLR did a nice job with this one, and the whole bedrooms is a good setup. We do have 110 volt electricity on each side of the bed with a little nightstand shelf there. We do have, of course, storage on both sides for hanging, overhead cabinets, LED lighting. We do have USB in the headboard, and of course additional hanging on this side. The other cool thing I thought that they did with this particular model, let me show you the foot of the bed here. They put in these little storage shelves down here. Let me get this stuff out of the way. But this is going to give you some storage room for, you could do duffel bags or shoes or whatever you might have, but it's really a nice little feature there that they made that shelves instead of having to pick up the bed frame and all that stuff to be able to access this. And I didn't actually look at this, but the bed does still lift up, so you can still access some things in there as well. But I like the fact that you don't have to do that when you get everything, and especially it seems like a pile of all kinds of stuff on the bed when you're out. We do have dual access into the bathroom, so there is a door here from the bedroom, as well as the hallway to access your bathroom. And again, it's a nice feature if you get up in the middle of the night, not to have to step out, especially if you have company out here into the main hallway to get into the bathroom. Let's take a quick peek at the bathroom here. They are running the Dometic porcelain toilet straight as we walk in. You do have plenty of room here, even for bigger people. Not going to be cramped at all. Of course, the door going into the bedroom there. Overhead, we have our medicine cabinet that does have storage built into the back of it. We have our countertop that is a seamless countertop with a stainless steel bowl sink, keeping some consistency throughout the unit. I really like to see that. They didn't cheap out in here and put the acrylic sink in. I really like that feature. We do have storage down here below. We also, of course, have the neo-angle corner glass shower, which is a really nice feature. The surround does have molded in shelving, so we got some place to put our soap. You know, again, small little details, but that's the things. Everybody can build a box with some beds in it and do just fine. But the companies have spent a little extra time to show you that they care, to put a little extra, you know, details in the unit here and there. So we're going to go ahead and walk outside now. Again, like I said, we are shooting at our dealership location here at Rocky Mountain today, our sponsor dealership. And so it is a little noisy. I'm right on the street up here, but it is an absolutely beautiful February day in Montana. Look at the view out here today, guys. Bluebird skies. It's about 35 degrees. There's not a breath of wind. You couldn't ask for a nicer day in the fall of Montana. There's our friend Macy over there. She's going to go out and looks like spend a little time in the sun herself. All right, as we step back, we can see the exterior here on the XLR. They did a really nice job. I've talked about this before in some of our other videos on Aspen Trail, but they did the smooth metal on the front end of this unit, and it is a really nice look. The decal pops on the front of it. It's got the diamond shield down below, the blackout diamond shield, and the smooth metal up front. That gives you a couple things. Like I said, number one, great look. Number two, if we do get this thing coated in bugs, which happens out here, and we're dragging it up and down the Montana highways, really going to scrub off there a lot easier on a smooth surface. Really, I'm a fan of that. I think it's a very good feature. This unit does have the package that I prefer as a personal preference. We do have the power tongue jack here. This one does have the extendable leg down below, which is nice because we're running all four-wheel drive pickups out here. A lot of guys that are running these, these type of campers are going to have a lift kit on their truck, so we can get it up on that truck with the extension leg without having to use a little block. Really a nice feature. This one does have dual 20-pound LP tanks. A lot of people ask me, do I have to upgrade those to 30s? You don't have to. Quite honestly, the 30-pound tanks, the 20-pound tanks, the 20 pounds will get you plenty of time for weekend stuff. If you're going out for week trips or hunting trips where it's colder, yeah, maybe upgrade it. For summer camping, 20-pound tanks are just fine. Battery locations right here behind the tanks. Again, Rocky Mountain does install dual batteries on their units. This one, again, is a straight off the freight truck fresh unit, so it doesn't have the batteries installed as of yet. These guys do install dual batteries. Make sure that you check with your dealership to find out if your dealership does that as well. If they just do a single, many of them do a single, make you pay for an upgrade on a second. Our sponsors here, they like to set them up properly for backwoods use, so they're going to put dual batteries on. So like I said, check with your dealer, or better yet, just come buy from our sponsors, then you don't have to worry about it. On to the other portion of my package that I like. This has manual stabilizer jacks. That is what I truly prefer. I like a power tongue jack, and I like manual stabilizer jacks. These crank down very easily with a speed wrench, or better yet, they make a little adapter for your drill, cordless drill. You run them down in 5 seconds. If you do bend one of these, they're extremely cheap, extremely easy to replace. They do work pretty well. I'm a fan of that package. I know there's a lot of people that want to see power stab jacks. I'm not one of them. Up here we do have our front storage compartment. This is up underneath the bed here in the front. You will see the back side of the generator prep on the other side of the unit. They install the TV, they give you the TV box, that type of things down here. But it's a nice storage area. You do see that they do put in the battery disconnect, so you can turn your batteries off in storage and you don't come back to dead batteries. Always a nice feature. And again, this is all wood framed in here, and I look at this type of stuff and go, it's decent wood. It's not all knotty. It looks like they're doing a good job to try to select good building materials for these units. We do, of course, have the power awning out here on the outside. This one is an LCI, which is a fairly new offering. I'm not extremely familiar with it. It looks like it's got LED lights on each arm, which is right there, and then back here on this arm, it's got a little LED strip, and that's something that I haven't seen before, so I can't give a lot of information on how that works. It looks like it would give you pretty good light. It's going to be a little simpler when it comes to the the use of the light. It's not right up against the wall, so pretty interesting. It should work with the awning open or closed. We do have the, this one appears to be the LCI, excuse me, this one is the Moride solid step that comes down to the ground here. It's adjustable for off-level use. A lot of people really like that step, gives them a lot of stability. It does seem to be pretty good. It does fold up right inside the doorway there. The only downside of the step is it does, if there's any debris on the steps and you fold it in, it ends up in on your floor. So carry a little whisk broom with you, and that'll keep that floor clean inside. We do have the large grab handle here as well. Exterior speakers. This does have a mount where you can bring the TV outside and hook it up out here with the hookups there and the mounting system there. They do just kind of a blacked out wheel on this, which is kind of interesting, but I actually really like the look. It's simple and it looks pretty sharp with this exterior, this charcoal gray and then a lighter silver up above with the bright blue decals. I think that's a nice look. Another thing that they do on this unit, many toy haulers on the market, in fact almost all, are going to come standard with your fuel cell back here. The thing that XLR does is they put the pump system on the door side. So again, this is the side you're going to have your camp on. Oftentimes it's very hard to access that off-door side to be able to get into this fuel pump if you're bringing your ATV in or your side-by-side to be able to fuel it up. So I like to have this on this side. They did also put the fuel fill over here, which I could argue that should maybe be on the other side, but again, I guess we don't get everything that we want every time. This, of course, is going to have the gauge and the switch for the fuel pump system. They put a little D-ring there on the side, too, so you have a spot where you can put your dog leash. Just, again, small details, but it's nice to see companies that are listening to what the consumers want and giving us some of the little features that I think just makes our trips that much more enjoyable. Right here on the back, of course, we have the party deck. This one is a Moride system, and it seems to work very nicely. I set this one up when we were getting the unit ready to video today, and it went together extremely easy. I'm not the hugest fan of toy hauler party decks, which probably most of you know. What I do know is with XLR, this is a nice operating system. It works easily. It's hinged, so it just slides right into the back of the unit there. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's not quite as expensive as a lot of the options for that from other manufacturers. So again, if you like a party deck, there it is. It's well done. It's not quite as expensive. Up over to the top there, it is prepped for the Furion backup camera, and we do have another LED strip here on the back of the unit. Coming up the off-door side, again, this is more your utility side. This is where all your furnace exhaust, water heater service access and exhaust, water hookups, cable TV, that type of things over here. You can see, of course, that your sewer connections are right here towards the front of the unit. This one does have the outside shower. Sorry, I didn't open that. I wasn't prepared. But it does have the hot-cold outside shower. You've seen it a million times in all my other videos. And then, of course, this particular unit did not have the generator installed from the factory. From what I know of Rocky Mountain here, they generally stock one with a generator and one without, so they kind of give people the option both ways, because it is an expensive option, and if you have a portable, you can certainly use that in these units, but it is storage space if you don't do the gen, but like I was showing you on the backside, it is prepped, so if the gen is a big thing, you happen to be looking at this unit or one that doesn't have it from XLR, it can be installed as long as it has this gen prep package here on the off-door front corner. So once again, we really appreciate you watching. If you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe. We're just some average guys bringing you a look at all the different RVs that are on the market. If you're in the market for an RV, which I assume you are, being you're watching reviews, again, our sponsors here are just great, down-to-earth guys. They all live this lifestyle. I think everybody in the store has a camper, and they're not out here selling and trying to get you out camping. They're out doing it themselves and enjoying it with their family. So once again, if you're looking for a dealer that's going to treat you right, beautiful Butte, Montana, Rocky Mountain RV, www.rockymtnrv.com. I'm the Happy Camper from the beautiful mountains of southwest Montana. We appreciate you coming along on the ride with us on the XLR today. If you like all this stuff, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help out the channel, and we will catch you next time around. Have a great day, and happy camping.